you seen Star Wars?
In my opinion, Darth Plagueis is one of the most unique Sith Lords in history, and being the master to Emperor Palpatine, who goes on to become the strongest Sith Lord of all time, gives Plagueis a lot more credibility as well. And since his old novel, which is just called Darth Plagueis, is no longer canon, we don't know much about Plagueis in this new Star Wars canon, but this recent book called Secrets of the Sith gives us a lot of details about the former master to Darth Sidious, who was the writer of this book, The Secrets of the Sith, taking place before the events of Episode 9 of The Rise of Skywalker. Also, stick around to the end, we have a discount code for this book as well. We also got our first look at Darth Plagueis in this new book, but before we get to all of that, please leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
So this new book, Secrets of the Sith, lines up with the new canon timeline about Palpatine's rise to power. In the new canon, he kills Plagueis before the events of The Phantom Menace, and in this book he talks about his rise to the Senate. He then says, "My master Darth Plagueis served his purpose. I struck him down, claiming his place as the one true master of the Sith." So it makes it clear that he was the one true Sith before he was Chancellor of the Republic. So he was a senator, and once he became senator, I believe he killed his master, at least in this new canon. In the old ways, the old Darth Plagueis novel, I believe he became the Chancellor, and that night him and Plagueis were celebrating, and that's when he killed him in his sleep. Sidious also states that Plagueis was the first Sith to learn the secret to immortality. Here's the quote: "For centuries, our order has seen the dark side of the Force as a means of achieving immortality, yet none were able to unlock that secret, until Darth Plagueis the Wise. My master discovered the ways of using the Force to keep others from perishing. Studying his methods, I learned how to transfer my one consciousness through the Force from one mortal vessel to another." So this pretty much sounds exactly like what he was saying to Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, but it also adds that Plagueis was the first Sith to do this in the entire Sith Order, which I do think elevates him in terms of how well he can be received among the Sith Order and his ranking among some of the best Sith of all time. Plus, we have to add the fact that Palpatine had to use Darth Plagueis' work in order to transfer his spirit to another body. I think that speaks of the importance of Plagueis in the grand scheme of things, that Palpatine still had to rely on him even after his death. On one of the final pages of this book, we see our first in-canon look at Darth Plagueis. He's completely shadowed by his hood, but he still dons those Sith red eyes, those kind of like yellow reddish eyes, and he does look like he has the height of a Mun, which is a species that he is in the Legends novel. It's the those tall guys, the banking clan looking guys. And on this page, Sidious does talk about the dyad of the Force, but he also brings it up with Plagueis as well. He says that Darth Plagueis tried to forge that same bond with Sidious, but he was unworthy of doing so. So I don't really know what he means by that, if he means that the Force was not going to let him do it, or he wasn't more powerful enough in the Force as he should be, because I believe Sidious, or Snoke, I think it was Snoke in The Last Jedi, who said that he's the reason that Rey and Kylo Ren have that bond, but I don't think they can make that. I think no one's been able to make a Force dyad, so theirs is natural, and it doesn't seem like Plagueis or Sidious have unlocked that secret. One thing this book does keep to Legends is this version of Plagueis, that he is obsessed with the scientific aspect of exploring the dark side. In the Darth Plagueis novel, he is not fond of lightsaber combat, and he prefers to use the Force in combat and study the powers of the Force. With this new canon, we can kind of see that Plagueis is still very powerful in the ways of the dark side, being the first Sith to discover the secret to immortality, guiding Palpatine to his rise of power, and training for pretty much the greatest Sith in the galaxy, Darth Sidious. He's training him for someone who we haven't really seen yet make an official appearance or speak a word of dialogue in any of the Star Wars books, the shows, the comic books, the movies. He hasn't really had an on-screen appearance yet. We know a lot about this guy, so I think that's a really good sign about his influence on the Star Wars universe, and hopefully that we get more. The fact that we have so much information on him already, but yet, canon-wise, we don't even know what he looks like, right? Like, we haven't seen his face. He hasn't said anything canon at least. He hasn't done anything. I don't really know a specific scene that he's in, truth be told, yet. So there's a lot of cool things about this guy that we haven't even discovered yet, and I'm really excited to see that they do more with him in the future of Star Wars content. Sidious also seems to respect Plagueis a little bit more in this version than that version in Legends. The story in Legends, the original novel, Sidious thought Plagueis was kind of a fool for focusing so much on the midichlorians and the scientific research on the dark side, but this version of Sidious in this book, Secrets of the Sith, seems very appreciative of his former master's work and what he did with his time while he was alive, because if it wasn't for Plagueis, Palpatine likely would have never learned how to survive a death and transfer his consciousness into another being. I love the story of Darth Plagueis and would love to see more of him in the new canon, and I'm glad that this new book delved a little bit more into the relationship between Sidious and Plagueis, but also cemented the legacy of this wise Sith Lord who is growing on me as a character. I really do like the story of Darth Plagueis, so hopefully we can get another novel about him or even see him in the upcoming Acolyte series. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this new book and its look at Darth Plagueis, and do you like the details that this book revealed? You can get this book, The Secrets of the Sith, by clicking the link in my description and save 15% off your order by using the code StarWarsSaga. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed today's video and press the subscribe button to stay up to date on the latest Star Wars news. I'm Star Wars Only. I will see you all next time, and may the Force be with you always.